Oh my goodness. Oh boy.
Wowza! Now that's the sensei I know! That hunk of junk was no match for you! Serves you right! Keep suffering!
Oh, you dick.
Friend against friend, beating the heck out of each other!
A machine with the power of a persona. She was made to fight shadows, but I had no idea what she was capable of. I feel like my mind's been drained even more than my body. It angers me to see that the general is watching over us with an expression of joy as if we were some performers for his amusement. I look up and glare at the monitor.
I don't know why you're making us fight, but it's pointless. We aren't fighting because we hate each other. The reason we can fight is because we respect and trust each other.
A low growl. That's the only sound I hear. The real Teddy's never made such a hateful sound. It's actually rather scary.
Stupid! You're such a dumbass! What's with you?
Oh, it is a shadow. Oh. The image on the monitor distorts along with that outburst. The general is having some trouble remembering to act as someone else, and his face bulges and ripples disturbingly as his hate pours onto the screen. Holy crap, I'm awful at reading. Any pretense at copying the adorable stupidity of the real Teddy is gone now. I notice that the voice spitting out these hateful words is not Teddy's either.
Respect? Trust? So what if you don't hate each other? You're not like me! I was forced to fight against my will! I destroyed them with my own hands! You should all have to go through the hell I've suffered! See how it feels to destroy everyone you call a friend! If I knew this was gonna happen, I would have made the rules so you had to kill your opponent to move on!
Fuck. The general in the monitor continues to rage.
What are you talking about? Why did you set this tournament up?
The moment I say that, I feel that all the dots have become connected. When Mr. President had asked out of the blue if we were going to be forced to kill each other, that ominous muttering of killing one another. Were these both something that had come directly from her past? Maybe she had been forced to fight against people she didn't want to fight. Had she been forced to destroy something that was so precious to her? There's no way to know for sure, but that's possible. Considering this, it kind of explains why her shadow would have created a tournament like this. That is, if she wanted us to feel what she went through. I might not be entirely correct, but I feel like I'm close to the truth. Should I just ask General Teddy about my suspicions? But as I'm considering raising my voice...
Pardon my eccentric entrance.
Who the fuck is this? Oh wait, is this? Someone comes crashing through the ceiling! What in the world? I rush over to Aiga's son to protect her from the falling debris. It's ah! Oh! Oh, it's the best fucking song in Persona. Oh, it's so good. Oh man. When I look up, I see a young woman emerge from the cloud of dust. While not as strange as Aiga, she seems a little uncommon as well. But even beside that, why did she have to come to the ceiling? This room has doors. It doesn't even have a ceiling. You see in the fucking background. Jesus. Makes no sense at all. I've been able to get out to the heart of the matter with General Teddy, but the monitor in this room has been destroyed, along with the ceiling. Though she seems oblivious to my confusion, the girl cocks her head and apologizes again.
Oh, please excuse me. I didn't have the faintest idea that someone would be here.
She sounds different. That kind of makes me sad. She doesn't sound like she does in Persona 3 Portable. At least. That's the version I played, and I think it's the best version of Persona 3.
Faintest?
Fiend? Fiend? Something along those lines at any rate.
What the hell is she talking about? Who in the world is this person? Wait a second. That blue suit she's wearing, it looks familiar. With that silver hair and golden eyes? Could it be?
Are you from the Velvet Room?
My, is this what's known as being hit on?
Being asked where you're from? Sure, that's a good start.
Forbidden ritual where one human approaches another based solely on appearance and bets on the inner self being equally attractive.
What? No, I'm not hitting on you. You just remind me of someone I know.
Okay, so it actually sounded like I was really hitting on her. No, I need to stop thinking about that. In any case, I need to ask her
Do
something.
you happen to know anyone by the name of Margaret?
Margaret.
When she repeats the name, her face seems surprisingly useful. I've been taken aback by her bizarre speech and actions, but could this girl be younger than me? Her profile simultaneously evokes the images of a pondering philosopher and an innocent girl. I can't figure out exactly how to speak to her. Should I be more polite? I guess that doesn't matter much. Anyway, worrying about the necessities isn't the most important thing right now.
Oh, actually, we should introduce ourselves first. I'm Yu Narukami.
Ah, that had slipped my mind also. My name is Elizabeth. Dear me, to hear that name fraught with memories in such a mundane, remote place.
She thinks this world is a mundane place? That's confusing. Yes, Unaba may be out in the countryside, but I don't think it's as bad as people say it is. The girl Elizabeth suddenly bows elegantly towards
Margaret
me.
is indeed my sister's name. Can I take that to mean that you are another guest of that room?
I see. So she's Margaret's sister. That would explain why she reminds me of her.
Elizabeth-san, huh? Well, I guess that's the case. It's true that there was a time when I visited that room.
A couple times. Igor, Margaret, and now Elizabeth. But it seems that there are more people who call that place home than I thought. I think I'm glad I met Margaret last year instead of this girl.
But why is a resident of the Velvet Room here? Did Margaret send you with a message or something?
I am currently utterly neglecting my duties.
Good job, Elizabeth!
Is that so?
That doesn't really tell me much, and I have no response anyway. So what possessed her to come blasting through the ceiling instead of using the door? I decided not to bother asking her that. I've met so many different people over the last year, but trying to have a conversation with this girl is like trying to ride a wild horse. She's going to ignore the direction I'm trying to steer us towards and just veer off to wherever she wants. Best to just hold on and go along for the ride then. Maybe if I pay attention, she'll tell me something worth my time. Even if I try to ask her any questions, she'll likely just be confused anyway. Just as I'm having that thought, the girl seems to have noticed my hesitation and starts talking about herself. Her eyes are lit up with a sincere passion. She really is a hard one to read.
I have a certain desire. It may take a very long time for it to be realized. In order for my wish to be granted, I require a power much greater than what I have. The power of the wild card that changes bonds into strength. I have a feeling that the key lies there.
Oh, the wild card, sure.
I know a little about the wild card, but
I feel that the first glue to granting my wish lies within that power.
glue?
Glue? Influenza.
Yes, influenza.
Something along those lines at any rate.
She's having trouble coming up with the right words, but I can hear the sincerity in her speech. Probably. In other words, I think she means that the power of the wild card is related to her desire and came here. I don't think it's worth it to ask how she knew I had that power or where she found out about it. Just as I'm struggling to follow the meandering path of her conversation, she brings up an outrageous suggestion.
Might I suggest that you and I fight?
Okay. Why, what? Someone please tell me how she reached the conclusion that this was a good idea. I don't think I have a chance of talking her out of it, though. But of course I have to try. So I say. Oh man, what am I going to say? I kind of want to say give me a break. But you kind of...
Oh, how excited this is making me. My expectations are ascending skyward at Mach speed.
Sure.
To be direct, I'd like for you to show me the potential slumbering within you.
Let me make sure of something, just in case. You understand what I'm saying, right? There's no illusions at work?
Such parlor tricks can get stuffed.
Bitch.
I see. So you're actually in your right mind here. That's kind of, impressive.
Well, maybe she understands what I meant when I mentioned the illusions. If that's so, then she at least must have some idea of what's going on around here. And even though she might understand it, she still wants to fight me. I wonder though, is she unrelated to General Teddy's plans and invite herself into the tournament to do the rules apply? As I think about this, Elizabeth's son taps her foot on the ground and takes a fighting posture. She really does want to fight. The huge leather-bound book in her hand opens as if by itself. A torrent of power pours from the open book with a blue light. I can't believe this strange girl has such unimaginable power. She seems so aloof. No, it may be more correct to call it an air of imminent violence.
All right. I won't be able to hold back.
To be honest, I was really only saying that in hopes of bluffing her. I have absolutely no room to hold back in this fight. I hurriedly cast off my fear and focus on the upcoming battle. There's no room for doubt. I need to hit her with my full strength from the start. Even if I were to fight her with the intent of killing her, I'll be lucky not to end up dead myself. At least that's how I feel. Elizabeth's son calmly begins the battle.
Let us do this. Your fate is in the cards.
Heart of the cards! Yu-Gi-Oh! We don't go! Oh boy. Okay. Alright. I think I got it. Oh. I need to, like... I might actually try to get some decent combos next time I play. So I'm not just, like, swinging wildly. Open up with the slide! Yeah, there we go! Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck! No, no, no! Oh, fucking command grab. No! Oh, shit, now I'm poisoned. Oh, no, I'm feared. Never mind. I'm not supposed to be able to block. Oh, recover! Holy fucking shit! There we go. Ah, fuck. Ah, there you go. Thump, 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 thump. Yeah, there we go. Woo! Oh, it was great. Left jab for days. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I'm so fucking legit at this game. What the hell? Just when I thought I've managed to throw her off her balance, Elizabeth's son gets up elegantly as if nothing had just happened. Suddenly I feel intensity building up in the air. Don't tell me she hadn't been taking this seriously at all up till now. In the next moment, I was swallowed into a torrent of power like a leaf being blown into the wind without the slightest understanding of what's happening. My vision blurs as I'm spun about, and before I could tell, up from down, the floor jumps towards me and I'm slammed to the ground. Am I going to lose? As my consciousness fades, I see the faces of my friend and Iga's son, all those I had fought against up until now. Ha! It's like that story that you see your life flash before your eyes just before you die. Am I dying? Can I really accept that? Not over! Haven't lost yet. I can still fight. I've come so far. I can't lose heart now. I desperately force my legs to move and manage to stand up again. Elizabeth's son shuts her book with an air of finality.
I see. I am quite content with this outcome. It seems you possess true strength.
Fucking seriously? The unyielding torrent of power suddenly ceases without warning. Is it over? Even as I come to understand that, I continue to stand stock still, unable to move.
I believed you were at the limits of your stamina after the battle against Igus earlier.
Nope.
In actuality, your heart almost gave in during your struggle with me. But each time you faltered, the many hearts supporting you gave you strength, helping you to rise again.
She cuts herself off and nods to herself as if to confirm some suspicion.
This was truly an intriguing battle. I believe our encounter has borne much flute.
Flute?
Flute?
What the hell?
Flu?
Flu.
Chimneys.
Chimney, yes. Chimneys, chimneys, that's it.
In any case, I am quite pleased.
Even after a battle, she acts like that. I feel like a fool for believing that she really would have killed me, even if it felt quite real at the time. I can't believe any of this. My legs give out under me, and I sink to the ground. Maybe she understands how I feel. Elizabeth's son looks straight in my eyes.
May I ask you something? To continue fighting in order to prevent an undesirable future, it is a path of endless hardship. Would you still choose to walk it?
Margaret had said something similar just before this tournament had begun. How I had overcome the ordeal concerning last year's case and opened the door. Margaret's and Elizabeth's son's words come together in my mind.
Yeah. Working for a better tomorrow isn't just a one-time thing. The tomorrows keep coming.
Opening the doors is a necessity, but it's not what's truly important. What's more important is making sure that you follow the path that's beyond the door. Only once you have the path in mind does it matter whether you've opened the door or not. This is some philosophical shit right here, folks. That's how I feel.
I would keep fighting for the future we want.
Elizabeth's son smiles at my answer. Seems the former dweller of the Velvet Room is pleased with my answer. She must have chosen a path of her own at some point, and is doing everything in her power to see it through. I don't jump into conclusions, but I feel as if I'm able to understand her a little better now.
Well, it's time for me to bid you adieu. By your leave, I, Elizabeth, am out of here.
Thanks, Elizabeth. With this, Elizabeth briskly walks out of the room. She caused me some trouble, but I also learned something about myself as well. I think I'll call it a draw. As I wave goodbye to Elizabeth, I hear Agatha getting to her feet behind me.
Are you alright? You shouldn't force yourself to move.
I was concerned at first, but Agatha doesn't seem to be very hurt, or damaged, or whatever you would say. She was likely just knocked out. I had absolutely no chance of winning if I'd gone easy on her either. This is getting ridiculous.
You are very kind. We've only just met, and yet you're worried about a machine like myself.
Huh? Isn't that normal?
I guess someone laughs at my confusion.
Seeing you smile like that, I don't know. I just can't think of you as a machine. You have a heart, right? Then it doesn't matter whether you're man or machine.
Agatha stops laughing and thinks deeply for a moment. But after a few seconds, she looks back up at me with a serious look in her eyes.
You have defeated me in single combat. That will make it difficult for me to continue forward. But I believe I can trust you. Will you listen to my mission directive?
I have no reason to say no. I look Agatha square in the eye and nod reassuringly. And so Agatha told me about her directive, and it was truly surprising. There's another case involving personas and shadows outside of even before our adventure last year. And she is a weapon with a heart created with the express purpose of wielding a persona to fight the shadows. She believes that this current situation came to be because someone had stolen a similar weapon and caused it to enter the TV world.
So, there's another girl robot with a heart like you? And she's the cause of all this?
We came to this world to retrieve her. My older sister, the 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon, Labris, is in this world somewhere.
Nanako, Miss President, her shadow, and now Labris. I have a mountain of tasks to accomplish now. But even though I have a lot to do, I can't ignore any of it.
Tell me more about Labris, and I'll do what I can to help you get her back.
Unfortunately.
Agatha's expression clouds. She said that she was a machine, but that she really is no different from a human. As I'm listening to her, I think about what this means in my search for Labris. It's not helpful.
So you don't know what she looks like, what she can do, or what equipment she's loaded with.
Basically, all she can tell me is that Labris is a robot who's built to look like a girl. Wait a second. I did meet a girl I didn't know in the TV world. Miss President. Could Miss President be Labris?
Is there a possibility that she looks, well, more human than you? You mentioned earlier that she was your older sister, so I assume she was built before you, but...
My sister was an older model, a prototype for the 5th generation to be exact. It's doubtful that she would look more human than myself.
Then, there's no way Miss President could be Labris. I'd tell at first glance that Agatha was a machine. Miss President appears to be completely human. I never once considered that she might not be human until just now. But, that just makes things even more complicated. What in the world is going on inside this TV?
Alright, in any case, I'll keep an eye out for her. But right now, I'm heading to the announcement room. If Labris is the cause of this, then I'm bound to meet up with her eventually.
I shrug slightly. I don't want to be so grave. Agatha must sense what I'm trying to do, and he smiles.
Thank you. I will trust my sister's fate to you.
Of course. I give Agatha a determined nod and run out of the classroom. But man, what a busy Golden Week! I have to make sure Nanako's okay, find Miss President, unmask whoever's masquerading as Teddy, and now search for Labris somewhere in here. If this wasn't happening, I'd be kicking it with my friends at the Junas Food Court. Kiko seemed to be trying to be coy, but I'm pretty sure that big bundle she was carrying was probably boxed lunches that she made. As to how they might taste, well, let's not get sidetracked. I'm sure we'd all have enjoyed them anyway. Eventually, I would have called Nanako over and we would have brought some snacks together. There were things I wanted to buy from Shiroku's store. Maybe I could have made it to Soizu Daigaku in time to buy the last of their special croquettes. I want to talk to the owner of Daidara and get some books from the Yominaido bookstore. I'd have had a steak bowl at Aya, hung out with the fox at the Tatsuhime Shrine, waited for my uncle so we could have dinner, and tomorrow I've gone fishing. If the one who ruined my vacation and caused all these problems is the same person who stole Lapras, and if they're truly brought Nanako back to the TV world, we'll catch them no matter what.
Getting away from me.
As I run on, I come across yet another blue door. Perhaps it's a sign that I need to calm down. True, I may have lost my cool for a moment.
Someone here? Again?
I reach towards the door with a relaxed smile. Alright. Now what? Back to the Velvet Room, yeah, okay. Margaret is in her usual position. I glance around to see if there's anyone else hidden here. Looks as if her nutcase of her sister is an Aunt Hida. Margaret knows me. Looking in his eyes, a seductive sound that also conveys annoyance.
It seems my sister has caused you some trouble.
A little bit.
Though this may mean that I'm not the only one who is drawn to the light of your potential.
There's a hint of tenderness towards her sister in her words. Sister must be important to her. I can tell from the look on her face. Do I look like that when I talk about Nanako? Margaret pulls herself together and speaks again.
You have gained new resolve by overcoming many doubts and falsehoods.
A new resolve. Find myself nodding along.
You have reached the threshold of truth. But man's hearts are mutable. That is why a resolve to continue fighting is more important than any one victory or defeat.
Yeah, I understand.
But this will be a difficult battle without end. Are you equal to the challenge?
The way she puts it makes it seem like she was testing me. I don't respond immediately and think about the question. It'd be lying to say I'm not worried, and I know that my heart can be swayed by change. There's no knowing what'll happen from moment to moment. But even then...
If I have my friends, if I'm not alone, I can do it.
I see.
Margaret nods slightly in response.
I've heard your answer, but it's not enough.
Seriously?
Remember what I told you before? The heart is shaken more by a single action than by 1,000 words.
As she smiles, my vision begins to blur. I hear words being repeated. I have reached the threshold of truth. Everything that's happened during the course of this case runs through my mind. The new appearance of the TV world, this tournament pitting us against each other, the student council president, and a fake Teddy. My encounter with a weapon with a heart, Aiga's son, searching for her sister, Lapras. And the determination that I've gained through these constant battles. What I must accomplish. How do I show that I've decided through my actions? Yes, I'll place a bookmark. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. And... more story! Seems that the number of invisible walls have decreased. Could this mean that the end is near? Just as I think that I hear a familiar voice.
That's enough!
That was Miss President's voice! It's coming from the door to the announcement room. I finally made it! I opened the door to the announcement room and rushed inside. Oh shit, this is decked out.
You're finally here. Hello, Sensei.
Hi, Teddy.
Congratulations! How does it feel to have won the P1 Grand Prix?
I won? Cool. The general smirks at me as I pass through the door. Behind him, Miss President and Rize. When the two of them see me, Miss President looks confused, but Rize's face lights up with joy.
There you are, Senpai. You're late.
I know. I have to stay cautious of the general, but I signal to the girls that everything will be alright now. The general is closer to them than I am. I can't afford to make any reckless moves just yet. And there's one more thing I need to know.
Teddy, where's Nanako?
I look around to the answer room and Nanako is nowhere to be found. The general's face distorts with ugly glee.
Nana-chan's right here. See?
Slowly the general extends the arm that was held behind him. And there was Nanako. Her arms are clutched to her chest and she totally takes a few steps towards me, obviously frightened.
Nanako!
After taking a step forward, I noticed something bizarre. The general disappeared? For a brief instant, my full attention had been focused on Nanako. The general had been standing directly behind her, but now he's gone! I could have gone somewhere else that quickly, right in front of me, without me noticing it.
Bro.
While I'm confused about the general's disappearance, Nanako weakly calls to me. Naoko's obviously been weakened by being in the TV world. She totters towards me unsteadily, looking ready to collapse at any moment. I can think about the general later. I have to save Nanako right now. As I reach out to her, Yise yells!
Senpai, no! Nanako-chan's not there!
Nanako's not here? What's she saying? She's right here! Just as I'm about to say so, my hand stops. Something's not right. I try to look into Nanako's face once more. In her eyes, I saw madness. Madness.
So close! Just a little more and Sensei would have been a goner!
You bastard.
I barely reacted in time to draw my sword and block the attack. The general suddenly appeared out of nowhere and attacked me with his cane. I get a good look at him as our weapons clash together. I see the madness in his face, the same madness I had seen in Nanako's only a moment before. That's when I noticed that Nanako had disappeared. What's going on?
You've got it wrong, Senpai. It's all been him from the beginning.
Really?
He can make whoever's looking at him see him as someone else.
So he's not actually taking on other forms?
Oh shit.
No, he's just distorting the things you see and hear.
That's right. The enemy was able to control what I see and hear. I do this after all the battles I had today, but seeing Nanako had made me forget all that. The general laughs at this.
It's hard for me to show someone who isn't here. But you actually saw this Nanako girl? You're hopeless.
Just like how my friends had actually gone crazy before our fights, Nanako had never been brought into this world in the first place. The appearance before me is a fake. He distorted our senses all to make us suffer. Just as I thought, he couldn't deceive Rize's persona abilities. That's why he kidnapped her, to keep her from warning us during her tournament. Now I know that, I push! Now that I know that, that's weird end of a sentence there. I pushed the general's cane away and jumped back towards the girls in order to distance myself from him. Good, now I'm between them and the general. I look straight at the one behind this bizarre situation.
Who in the world are you?
You still can't tell? Seriously, the level of intelligence around here. Fine then. Here. Get a good look.
Who is it? Surprise and shock me! Oh boy. Disgusting. Okay, stop all the lights. Okay, thanks. Oh, that's a big ass axe. That's Lapras, I guess. Oh boy.
I am a shadow. The true self. That's my face.
I saw metal limbs, golden eyes, and a ponytail. And a mirror image of Miss President's face, even though she was standing behind me, trembling.
How about it? You wanted to see what I am, didn't you? Why does she look like me?
That's its true form. That thing is your shadow.
This is a shadow? She really came from inside me?
Rize tries to calm Miss President, but the girl shakes her head in denial and squeezes her eyes shut. When Miss President refuses to look at the mechanical-looking being, I now understand what is going on. Because this isn't the first time I've seen a robotic girl before. No, it is not! All the facts match up. The way she was able to run so fast without so much as breathing heavily, even in the TV world. The sense of wrongness that I had when Miss President had asked me about killing my friends. The way she avoided telling me her name, that superhuman strength when she hit Chie, and an incredible jump to get away from us. And the Shadow's ability to interfere with the senses of other people. Just as Margaret had said, all the pieces to the puzzle were laid out before me. They've all come together, and now I can see the truth. She is indeed Lapras. Lapras, another weapon with a heart, stolen by someone unknown and thrown to the TV world, created this school and forced us to fight our friends. This deep-rooted depression regarding her past memories, all of us took the form of Lapras' shadow. We manipulated everything here.
Labras, don't look away. If you don't accept her, she'll get even stronger.
Miss Prez Lapras only shivers when I call out to her. There has to be some reason why she believed that she was the student council president. That's just a disguise, more for herself than for us. No matter how comfortable it is, it's only there to cloud her eyes from the truth.
I don't know what your past was like. It must have had some painful memories. But you have us with you now. We're going to get you out of here.
I call out to Lapras while keeping an eye on the shadow. The shadow is the darkness within a person's heart. Unless it is accepted by the person it came from, it will never disappear for good. With that in mind, all we can do is watch over her as she accepts this darkness within her. We'll have to protect her when the shadow goes berserk and tries to kill her. But Lapras continues to shake her head and tremble violently. My words aren't getting through to her.
You hear that, me? Your friend is trying to tell you something. Too bad he doesn't understand at all. These clowns are so hopelessly naive.
Shadow laughs shrilly. It continues to smear more poison to Lapras' shit.
What it's like having to murder one another.
Continues to smear more poison to Lapras' heart, as I thought. Okay.
Sadness and pain and anguish. Everything went black, and I was always left alone. I'm a weapon. A machine made only to fight. No human can understand my suffering. Stop! I've had enough. I'm human. I'm not like that.
This isn't good. I sat on the no fighting stance ready for anything, though I have a good idea what's going to happen.
Oh, you're still clinging to that? Then take a look at what you really are.
Shadow's eyes gleam with a golden light. The change begins immediately. A shimmer runs across Lapras' body. Instead of the normal human girl there had been moments ago, she had a metallic body, just like her shadow.
No!
Lapras loses all composure and scratches at her arm, trying to tear away the metal that had appeared. There's more to her change than just her arms. Her legs, waist, chest, even her head. Everything not covered by her clothing was now obviously mechanical. The reality that she didn't want to face. There are no words we can say to her. No matter what we say, reality won't change. Lapras falls to her knees. And finally mutters the words I was dreading she'd say. Oh boy. God damn it. Oh, to be continued. Oh. Oh, Kanji's and Teddy's stories.
Velvet Room.
Oh my god!
This place exists between dream
What the
and
fuck?
reality, mind and matter.
Shut up, Igor. Shit just hit the
Why don't you introduce
fan.
yourself?
So, what the hell? I guess that's as good a place as any to stop. Oh, big old cock tease there with the cliffhanger. Oh my goodness. Guess I gotta do other people's stories to be able to finish up.
Is the power to
I'm just gonna go back to the main
one's-
menu because they won't shut up. Guess I gotta do other people's stories. So I don't know who I'm gonna do next. Probably gonna do Yukiko next, I'm thinking. Or Chiyosuke, one of those guys, one of the originals. And then I'll go ahead and touch Kanji and Teddy. So that's exciting though. Holy crap. Oh man. Story mode. So with that, I guess is a good enough time to end his story for now, and to end recording. So with that, check the description for links to other places, and I will talk to you guys later. This is Goglabesh saying good night, everyone.